Bristol. Hello, Tony.
Good evening.
Evening. What do you think?
Well, I think the last two contributors are just examples of special interest groups with a vested interest in scaremongering over...
What, a doctor in the NHS? I mean, is that a vested interest, or is that somebody trying to provide a public service?
Well, I think it's in the BMA, so that is it's a group which does represent a vested interest. But this is just Project Fear ramped up to Mac 10, in my opinion. And as for your previous guy from the Road Haulage Association, my advice would be to chill out, have a Yorkie, and keep on trucking. Yeah,
well, it's very easy to say that, Tony, but I mean, he gave us some specific advice and was reacting to the detail of what's been said today. You're making jokes about Yorkies. Do you really think it is as irrelevant as that?
Well, it's not irrelevant, but Brexit, looking at the big picture of Brexit, we voted to leave, to regain sovereignty, control our borders, control our money, set our own trading relations with different people in the world. And if truckers are suffering a minor inconvenience of 20 minutes delay at Dover because of what happens on March 29th.
But it's not 20 minutes delay, it's 20 minutes per lorry, which would soon create an enormous backlog. I mean, they're talking about...
But as you said yourself, only 1% of lorries need to be checked, and that was...
No, I didn't say that. I was shocked that only 1% of lorries... I thought you just said the whole idea was taking back control of borders.
Yes, but the whole point about that is that you can decide how you control your own borders. And I think Chris Rainey's idea
not bother
things through Dover. Well, look,
1% of lorries. How is that controlling a border? I don't get it.
Because all of a sudden, the standards and regulations that we've got in things that we ship, whether it's food or medicines, are not going to change dramatically after March 29th. We're a European country. We're civilised.
How are we going to know what tariffs are paid on what, whether there are illegal migrants in the back of the lorry? How are we going to know any of this? I thought the whole concept was that we check things at the border. And now we're saying don't worry because we're not going to bother to check.
But what's being checked now? How many lorries get checked now?
Very few, because we're in a single market.
So why should that change? Is because we're not in the...
Because you want to take back control of the borders.
But we are taking back control.
You're not.
To check the same number of lorries as we checked before.
We're taking back control and deciding not to bother to check. Well, that is not taking back control, is it?
We are unilaterally deciding to check the same number of lorries as we used to check in the past.
So what's the point of that?
Because that will stop there being this, huge backlog of lorries on the M20.
But what's the benefit? What's the benefit? If after all of this, all that we're going to do is check the same number of lorries that we were before, what's the point of it?
Because...
I thought you said we'd chosen to do this to take back control of our borders.
Yes, well, that is us taking back control, because we are deciding that's within our control.
To do exactly the same thing as we were already doing. That's not taking back control.
Well, of course it is.
I don't see it.
Of course it is.
So you're perfectly happy for lorries to just plough through without any sort of checks at all?
From one civilised Western European country to another, yes. And you are completely ignoring the wider benefits and opportunities of Brexit. You're dancing on.
I'm not arguing about the benefits or otherwise of Brexit. I'm specifically asking: are we prepared? Do we need to worry or not? Now you're saying we don't need to worry because it's all going to be exactly the same.
Now. We don't worry now, and we shouldn't worry in the future, because nothing much is going to change on that front. This is just being used as another argument in the Project Fear Mark II to try and stop Brexit happening. All the people making these arguments, people who want to have a second vote, hoping that we vote a different way to the first time around.
I'm not sure. I think the Road Haulage Association are worried about their lorries being stuck in car parks for days on end. Tony, thank you.